Hello YouTube, faintest of breath here, giving out another comic video for you guys, although this one's a bit different from the superhero ones. As you can see, and as the title says, this is my Calvin and Hobbes collection that I currently have. This is my most sentimental collection that I have of anything, book or comic book related. From my earliest memories, I remember having a comic from Calvin and Hobbes. It was the Lazy Sunday book. And I remember having that when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And this has always been one of my favorite things to read. I can go back and read these stories and still, laugh at them. And, just Bill Watterson, in my opinion, if he's not the greatest, he's one of the greatest just authors and just artists out there. He created such a great story. And, I wish he had kept doing it, just as a fan. But I get that he had a lot of complaints about how the industry was running things. And, we're seeing it today where it's basically, like he said, just a bunch of floating heads talking in comic book panels without really a chance to really maximize any story or, any kind of value. And but these comics were some of the best, like I said. And I have pretty much all of them. Of course, we have the Calvin and Hobbes here. This was the early stuff, of course, where it's believed Calvin originally catches Hobbes as his friend by rigging a tuna sandwich. Attack of the Deranged Mutant Killer Monster Snow Goons. One of the greatest creative titles to a book, in my opinion. Weirdos from Another Planet. Something Under the Bed is Drooling. One of my personal favorite stories. Or maybe it wasn't a story, but he did go back and touch on that, a number of times. Then we have Calvin and Hobbes Sunday Pages. This is in the 10-book run. This is all the Sunday comics that were out there, and Bill Watterson gives like commentary on most of them and talks about what he was doing when he came up with that idea. Homicidal Psycho Jungle Cat, which is Bill Watterson's favorite title, I believe, that he's chosen for a book. I think that's what he said. Calvin and Hobbes 10th Anniversary book. Really good read. In my opinion, that kind of stands out above the others. The Days Are Just Packed. It's a Magical World. This was, I think, the second one I ever owned of his. This covers the later time period of the writing. And, of course, the last panel, which every time I get to reading these things and I get to that ending panel, it's just kind of like a bittersweet, feeling. But, it is what it is. And then we have the Treasuries. The Indispensable Calvin and Hobbes. The Authoritative. The Essential Calvin and Hobbes. Just found this recently at my house. I was really glad to get it. And then my first one I ever owned, Lazy Sunday book. So, yeah, that's the collection. Very proud to have as many as I have. I'm only missing a few. I know I'm missing Onward to Yukon Ho, or just Yukon Ho. And then they recently, within the past few years, maybe past couple of years, released a paperback and hardback collection that has every single panel drawn by Watterson in just one just giant collection. The paperback is 4 books for $100 from what I've seen, and the hardback is 3 volumes for $175. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to get those. I would love to get them someday because I'd love to make a video someday showcasing every single book. A lot of these are older, so they're not in the greatest condition, but personally that doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad to have these. I'm glad they're all still here in readable condition. And, like I said, it's my most sentimental collection that I have, and I'm very proud to have them. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate every subscription, every like, every comment. Since I've been doing this thing, you guys in the YouTube comic community have been really, cool, and I've picked up quite a number of subscribers since I started doing this, and I greatly thank you guys for this, including some of you, a couple of you bigger guys in the comic community. You know who you are. And I, like I said, humbly, greatly appreciate all the support, and I'm going to keep doing it, and we're going to have more comic videos soon to come. So until next time, faintest of breath out. Excelsior.